Hello my dear students, welcome to Prudence Coaching Mathematics class. In this particular channel, you will get ICSE, CBSE, WBBSE solutions of all chapters. Today as usual, we came up with one of the most important chapters. So let's start. So my dear students, today's topic is theorems of circle. In this particular video, you will learn all the basic concepts of a circle. We will see all the theorems of circle using diagram. And to check what you have learned from this particular video, we will arrange a test at the end of this video which will not only clear your concept but it will make you understand your preparation from this particular video. So let's start. Theorem number 1 is equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. And students, we all know a chord is a line starting from one end of the circumference and it is ending at the other end. So here AB and CD are chord, and it is said if AB is equal to CD, then the angles made by this particular chords at the center are equal. That is, angle AOB is equals to angle COD. And students, you must remember the largest chord of a circle is the diameter of that particular circle. Reverse of theorem number 1 is theorem number 2, that is, if the angle subtended by the chords of a circle at the center are equal, that means the chords are equal. So let's see a diagram to clear our concept. So according to this theorem, if the angle AOB and COD are equal, that are the angles at the center, then the corresponding chords, that is AB is equals to CD. Now let us move on to the next theorem. The perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisect the chord. Let us understand this with help of a diagram. So here, if O is the center and AB is a chord, now we draw a line OC which will fall perpendicular on AB, that is, it will cut AB at 90 degree. Then we can say AC will be equals to CB. Now let us move on to theorem number 10.4, which is reverse of 10.3. The line drawn through the center of a circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. So let us understand this with help of an example or a diagram. So here, if AB is a chord and if we draw a line OP on AB, and if AP equals to PB, then we can say the line OP is perpendicular to AB, that is OPB is 90 degree and OPA is 90 degree. Now let us move on to the next theorem, that is, there is only one circle passing through three given non-collinear points. Non-collinear points means if we draw a line, a straight line, that straight line will not pass through this particular points at the same time. So let us understand this with help of an example. So if A, B, C are non-collinear points, then we can draw only one circle through this point. That is, we can draw only one circle which will pass through this particular 3 points. Let us move on to the next theorem. Equal chords of a circle or of a congruent circle are equidistant from the center or centers. First, let us understand this with help of a circle. Here AB and CD are equal chords, then we can say that the distance from O till AB, that is OP, is equals to ON when this OP and ON falls perpendicularly on the chords respectively. Now let us understand this theorem by taking two congruent circles. So here, if AB is the chord of first circle and AMN is the chord of second one, where AB equals to AMN, then we can say the perpendicular distance from the center OX and the perpendicular distance from the center OY are same. Let us move on to the next theorem. Chords equidistant from the center of a circle are equal in length. So if this is a circle where AB and CD are two chords which are equidistant from the center, that is OM is equals to ON, where OM and ON are perpendicular lines on AB and CD respectively, then we can say these chords AB and CD are equal. This is one of the most important theorem. If two chord of a circle are equal, then their corresponding arc are congruent, and conversely you can say if two arc are congruent, then the corresponding chords are equal. As you can see in this particular diagram here, as AB and CD are two equal chords, therefore arc AB is equal to arc CD. Similarly, the converse is also true. That means if arc AB and arc CD are equal, that means the chord AB and CD will also be equal in length. Let us move on to the next theorem. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Let us understand this with help of a diagram. According to this theorem, if we take AB as an arc and we draw an angle at the center, let it be 2x degree, then if we draw any other angle on the circumference of the circle at any point of the circumference, then the angle will be half of the angle in the center. That is, if the angle in the center is 2x, then the angle of the circumference with the help of same arc will be x degree. That is 2x degree divided by 2, that is x degree. Now let us move on to the next theorem, that is all angle in the same segment of a circle are equal. Let us understand this with help of a diagram. Say if the minor segment of this particular circle is AB, and if we draw all the angles with help of this particular segment, that is AB, then all the angles which the segment will make on the circumference of the circle at one side of the segment is equal, that is x degree each. One thing more you need to remember here, if this chord or this segment is a diameter, then the segment which will make the angles on the circumference will be 90 degree each. Next theorem is if a line segment joining two points subtends equal angles at two other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, the 4 points lie on a circle, that is they are concyclic. So let us take a segment AB and draw two angles. Let angle be AMB and another angle be ANB. If this AMB and ANB are equal, that means all these points, that is ABMN, will lie on a particular circle. Let us move on to the next theorem, that is the sum of either pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Before that, you should know what is a cyclic quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals means which will have 4 sides and it will be a closed figure. So if all the 4 vertices of this particular quadrilateral lie on the circumference of a particular circle, then it is called cyclic quadrilateral. So let us understand this with help of a diagram. According to this theorem, if angle A and angle C are the opposite angles of this quadrilateral, then angle A plus angle C will give us 180 degrees. Similarly, angle D and angle B, the sum of angle D and angle B will give us 180 degree, because this ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. In the next theorem, the reverse of this particular theorem is also true. That is, if the sum of a pair of opposite angle of a quadrilateral is 180 degree, that means the quadrilateral is cyclic. Let us understand this with help of a diagram. That is, if a quadrilateral is ABCD and where A plus C and B plus D equals to 180 degree, that means this particular quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So my dear students, with this we come to the end of all important theorems of circles. Now we will start with the test, that is the fill in the blanks and some other questions. So here are the fill in the blanks, so you just try it by yourself. Take 1 minute. So my dear students, you just pause the video for 1 minute and try to do it by yourself. Next you see the solutions by playing this video. First question: the center of a circle lies in dash of the circle. So what will be the answer, students? The answer will be the center of a circle lies in the interior of the circle. Next, a point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than its radius lies in exterior of the circle. Next, the longest chord of a circle is a diameter of a circle. Next one, an arc is a semicircle when its ends are the ends of a diameter. Next one, segment of a circle is the region between an arc and the semicircle of the circle. Next, a circle divides the plane on which it lies in three parts. Next we have true and false. You just take your time, give 1 minute, and if you can't, then you just play the video and see the solutions. Statement number 1 is line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is a radius of the circle. Yes, this statement is true. Next, a circle has only finite number of equal chords. This is false because it has an infinite number of equal chords. Next, if a circle is divided into three equal arcs, each is a major arc. It is false. Next, a chord of a circle which is twice as long as its radius is a diameter of the circle. Yes, it is true. Next, sector is the region between the chord and its corresponding arc. No, it is false. Next one is a circle is a plane figure. Yes, a circle is 2D figure, therefore it is a plane figure. So my dear students, with this we come to the end of this particular video. If you find the content of this video helpful, then like this video and also subscribe this channel to get more videos like this, and to get all other subjects arranged in order, you just check our playlist and the description box. And students, if you want something more or if you have any doubt, then don't hesitate to comment below. Thank you students. Have a nice day.